Yeah, what I'm back. Yeah. We go up for Medica Crambo, but my thing with this. We not to make bra. Okay. We demand what months in Timmy Toya, who is more than 70 Ghana. Yeah. My box, no, my packaging box. No, my city about the book room, Abramoa. Massa, Miniska. Yeah. Ricky, it was Scowbinya for we one. Wow. Miniska, we, Mother, we 10 Ghana. 10 Ghana. Yeah. We should move from the free. Yeah. We, Miss Up and some of our brothers in the Victoria. Wow. Oh, you have money. But you know, just amount for I have research. No way, you know,
Hello. Akwaba. Onyirai. Yeah. Yeshada se ubehu di ekoso. Se wohwe video na edibai na yaye hu full video oho. Enti wa wonhwe no Mr. Sebo modian se obekwa kohwe. From Amsterdam to Farmland. Na title no. Openi pajo ena yenini share ena yenini di sa enkomo no. Na wohwe video particular video kakre na yede hyase na wohwe ade na woporting bag ni mu na ye ton ne 10 Ghana na yesusa no we need di agro na yede to yede nsetre egugu ho na yede ato ani mu na yede nse piepia sei na yede bobo yede ya se bo minim so bi di bi sa agro na anase na yetwa amana bi na yede nsa twitwi form na yede nsa ne twitwi form si ya na yede bo ne bo yin yese yede di agro bebrebe ene no ye ton 10 Ghana adenti na ya sheda se yenni sa de we achi na yebedi niema emfata na emoye adenti na ya sheda se yebedi amanonefo enhye so nti eso na yeja niema yedie ene yede yensa ase edua niema yebeton akoma abof yabrofo na niema abehia ye ama yempomudin niema ma yenuane se okoye kase ka kitchen asema cuisine na sese de sika no bia na yakoye recipe mu na sa ingredients na ehia me de ose de ye de prepare yenuane ni nyina no ehwan edin ebro ye didi bankwede bibia ehwan edin kosua ehwan edin banche ye de konkonte ehwan edin kwansi so ehwan edin listen so yebema yempani akwaba Mr. Very sympathetic me mo akwaba
Mr. Charles Major, so I hope so we shall phone here.
Yamiado mpacho yi nyina ye ho na mpacho mo so
Yamiado mo bako bia bako.
Eda eradiase. Empanimfo ansana yebesha sie na yede apanama yen senior no. Mr. Wada sene no first time abesha SOS ya. Subscribe my ne like video nti see na wem nyina nso so no hia wede e support na share ma platform bia obetimi a share bia said bia obi nso benya sa nimdie bi. Would you believe that 10 Ghana na wo 1 acre opening and then o say o person here share top profitable farming options in Africa, boosting your agriculture success. Enti media platform ni ma.
No, Mr. Charles, me da say na me da obi aso ha so ase. I think some of the things maybe discuss, you know, you can't want some more had that. But me per se you can yes, and so repeating the bills and about reminding some of the things I will say, as farmers, as we look at some farming options that can be profitable, or some areas of farming that will be able to me inside now. What try if it will work. So maybe I would watch into now person yeah. Go to me I know why any. So into that is what I want to talk about today. Profitable farming options powering Africa's agriculture. Okay. Into no so obe shasa mamianka be
Yo, Mate.
Into no areas maybe say you focus on any your mindset about agriculture. So now if say you get into partnership able to be buying as farmers. So now you really consider how our venture can be profitable. Now you're saying share areas are able to me get into in terms of production areas or agribusiness areas are able to me are successful in our ventures. Last one, the main shada and come capital for agricultural what agribusiness, but if I can I think say Professor Baswa more adventurous but my boss can kakra na yahwe ekwan a to me at the afaso. You know, yeah, Tianko. So a lot of people have a mindset. Anytime I will agriculture, the person have a different mindset about agriculture. So, but there are two mindset options. People say, yeah, focus on the growth mindset and then the fixed mindset. Road to failure. So, who enter into agribusiness, and I say agriculture in general, most people think agriculture is meant for the poor people. And because of that, I am uncle from person or getting into it. So, Usha Yekroma, sometimes, so we students cry now, person agriculture in school. I am your parent, or more for my junior than Emma Papa. It's answered they feel sad. Agriculture is really meant for those who don't have money. So that if you have that mindset, then that is a road to failure, because there's no way you can progress and do good for yourself. And then in terms of capital, so all your agriculture, so you'll be doing say, I need capital to begin. I need money to start. And that has become a hindrance to so many agricultural individuals are go into farming, because they feel that they need money, some amount of money before they can get into agriculture. And then one road to failure, the mindset said people feel like agriculture is hard work. But it may be anywhere I am bread. Obi a ot office class the juma yedin. When you have that mindset, say ejuma yedin then you are on the road to fail. So and like I said, agriculture also is people think is for certain class of people. And I say sika enim bebre. Na say ya share what is going on pa Obehu say obi a person retire bia no wants to get into agriculture. People have the mindset say agriculture is for those who want to retire. So you're retired there and the young prepare your home, young BB. Na yentna. So, but so if you have that mindset, then you are not going anywhere. Because I don't know how long you will have after you have retired. But when you begin from your youth, then you have enough time to put everything in shape and let the business grow. To know you call the next slide. So if you want to be successful or have a different agribusiness mindset for success, the first thing you have to think about is to see farming as a business and operate it as such. See it as a business. Don't see it as a hobby. Don't see it as something that you are just doing to keep yourself going. When you see it as a business and you operate it as a business, that is when you are able to determine, sir, whether you are making profit or not. You know, a farmer can tell you that I feed it, me 20,000 Ghana cedi. Any debt, any aje. But say we be say 20,000 Ghana cedi no. He now the shame, would the show farming and son on Sassikana. A bathing pass about me. I'm outside in Boyano. Because most of the time, no, they have no accounting principles. See farming as a business and operate it as such. And you also have to set structures in place. So, Libya Meka said, before you even enter into farming, look at your target market. You cannot get into farming without looking at the market and person capture. So you do your market analysis. What's your customers? No, what's your consumers? So, into you can't customers are.
Mr. President Bachamba.
Okay.
Abusuafo me pacho mon share nkene mame ewo platform ni nyina so mame why. Mesira mo ade ni die mo na me won senkofo ebusa. Me da ase. Na se ne no first time so ma subscribe wa mai. Ya me nshira mo. Pacho ultimate one ko.
Yo, me that's it. Also set the structures in place. Tap. So look at your target market. You are looking at who customers are who. Now who consumers are who. Also to me differentiate between these two terms. Your customers and then your consumers. And see, customers are, it can be anybody. Will be able to a better word. So will be able to a better word. Ubu no to coin. Or who say what one dinner or far or to be. That person will not come back again. So Ubu Hoswa or better ade. Ube you so no. He will come back the next day and come back the next day and come back the next day. So that becomes a custom. What do you call it, a consumer, because that person is consistently coming to your business. Until you have to be able to define these individuals or target your money. And now, accounting principles, record keeping are very, very important. And then I am your progress, your expenses, your income. So, and now man who say, who making progress, and I say you are not making any progress. And then also you look at the people you are going to work with, your personnel, the level of their skills, the experience that they have. And when you set those strategies in place, a wow to have success in whatever business you are entering into, especially if it is an agribusiness. Okay. All right. The next slide, please. Sometimes, so Russia, in the African context, we don't appreciate partnerships because we want things for Yankwa. Until most of the businesses at Russia, Ghana, in terms of agriculture, is sole proprietorship. So we are not able to partner and move the business forward. That is the main problem. And one of the reasons here most people don't enter into partnership is because of trust and honesty. So maybe they've had past experiences. And because of that, they don't want to go into any type of partnership. And sometimes expectations can be very, very high. So who enter into partnership, the other party, no expectation about the business income level, 1 year, 2 years, the expectation is very, very high. And that that will quickly collapse the business if you have that high expectations. And when we talk about accountability, it's a major problem in the whole continent of Africa, not only in the agribusiness. People are not accountable. They feel like they are entitled, and because of that, they don't have to explain whatever transactions that is going on in the business to their partners, and that can be very frustrating. So these are some of the 3 reasons why most people refuse to get into agribusiness partnership. But if you don't have the resources to get into it yourself, or nipa 1 or 2 be on support and they follow your vision, easy kakra. You go the next slide.
Ebusuafo mepacho say na no first time ade be share so sia. Misro say asie ho subscribe no misro say miaso se sie ye pacho. We boa ema dwumadi ne ye na de ekoso na share ma afoforo. Hwe dwumadi a opani chire menka se wo share chire obi a entimi mbo na brabo. Share na emu obi abrabo free say enene 3 days as a enrakra ena letter aba Ghana government say omo mfa bibie mfiri Burkina Faso. Meaning say agriculture no empo abaya national interest. And say national interest there e was say ye politicize no. Meaning say so bonkum so ni phone so mfimfie enye no ne hia. So wo no for so sato enye no ne hia. Ye nyina yenye one. Semino enya adwene no ya adwene nye ba akopɛ no kra no enye no ne hia. Semino wonka enye no ne hia. Se ba agriculture dia ye ba survivor into no mama enye one. Se SOS kra no woni enye ho a enye no ne hia. Send komo obi foforo. Se nipa ne enye kra send koma no. Eye agriculture, eye survivor, human survivor ntini ye hye mo a. Me da ase.
Yo, that's so. Enter into partnership. There are some things I also keep in mind. Skills are very important. Nipana opesa partner with no. Ne skills are odebeboa. Experiences and a time, because agriculture or no. So Russia, it deals with time because we have seasons. Now seasons na production ya than ecoso. So who partner with somebody on Tisanio Manasia, it can be very difficult because to him no or to her no, it was said at this time something comes out. But they be a where do you have tomatoes, where do you have pepper? It takes about 3-4 months, to see something coming up. But se nipa no entiasia, it can be very, very difficult. So, in partnership, no you be keke na we den ofano. You also get somebody at least unim die kakra ewo nya opesa we den we no. That will definitely help you. And as I also some experience in the sector opesa we den o focus na will grow. Into these three things, I find is set, is very important. Opesa will enter into business. And to see growth in your business, it's critical, say, we follow these steps. Okay. Yeah, Yankoso. Yeah, I mean, main casa emfa this slide who be brave, but in every venture, there should be a kind of decision making. So then our person will. So you have to identify what you want to do. And after you have identified what you want to do, you don't just get into it. You take your time and gather information about what you want to do. If I say a person will enter into pig reproduction, that is the decision you have made. You don't just enter into pig reproduction. You have to gather much information about how pig production really is. You don't just get into it. Okay. Then you also want to identify alternatives. If the pig production doesn't work, is this something that I can do alternatively to help? So until you weigh the options, okay, you weigh the options, you weigh the evidence that is out there. So we compare pig, we compare rabbit, we compare goat, we compare our friend cattle. You know what we know what she said with these alternatives, which one will be more profitable? You take action, and after you take action, you review your decision again to see, say, if the decision that you took at the end of the year was successful. If it is so, then you have to maximize it and let it grow. So, all right. It's a young question. There are some areas maybe I say you focus on from here. Some areas are able to me. I think about what are some of the options that are able to me. I get into it. We might know some of them, but just remind ourselves, okay, this is an option. This is something that I can do. This book that you are looking at is, I think it's on Amazon. Somebody that wrote it in Kenya. It's 200 profitable agribusiness ideas. And this is specifically for Kenya, but it is also for what they call it, and the whole continent of Africa. Until Yankoso, Namimbu Bosun Tentem, like I said, Senebaya time no MBT.
Okay, me pacho mate. Hello, me pacho say, and then the first time now they be share SOS here. Me pacho, you're taking this time break na me say subscribe say see me asoma at the current year also subscribe and say support ye. Wunni mu de but support you if you say Emma YouTube so encourage channel no ma others because who say here and as all like so a Emma sem no ko achire Sunday city and as say wo hwe ye video so na so commenting so a na say ase de wo de momoni ato yabenkwan mu no na say wo wie no kora oh timisire mo ada moma yen like na yen subscribe so see na yen share video even we share no Facebook we can add tag SOS say be ya SOS followers so na be show akere wo me da wan say ye to aso.
Okay, so what should we one of the options normally we don't see it that much. It's nursery operation. So vegetables are not ornamental plant. So ubedria pepper, ubedria tomatoes, ubedria okra, ubedria garden eggs or eggplant, whatever you are planning to do. you can just focus on nursery. Say away, and then you sell that seedlings to farmers who are interested. And you want to also make sure say your seedling now will produce, are of a higher quality. This is free and of good variety. Label them, let it be visible, advertise them, and let people see it. Into nursery operation, very, very critical. You have your greenhouses set up, you have your media, your growth media, your tables, everything set up. And then you grow seedlings just to supply to farmers. I've seen people do it, and I think they are very profitable. It is you are looking at the location, the size of it, and then the scale of operation. So the product range, consumer base, the quality, and then also your reputation. These are one option about that I focus on as if you are looking for something to do in the agribusiness sector. Okay, I think I can control it here, right? Yeah. So we share the farm equipment, selling and renting. It is there, but sometimes it is not done professionally. So most of the tool stores they just sell it. But I think so one time now Mr. Obindako, one of his programs. Now there was one lady Biano Cassette. He has several businesses going on. And one of the business all kind of said he rent out wheelbarrows to maybe Masons. So into no budget for 2 or 1 week. Now we clear this amount. So and according to her, she's making something out of it. And some of these tools, some of them are a little bit expensive. Farmers will not be able to buy them outright. Until so what setting up a certain store beer or rent it out. Ubetombi, no one rent it out. Some of these power tillers and planters and all this are. I feel that it is an option you can get into and make profit out of it. So, and then we know agro-blogging. This one here, a lot of people are doing it. Mr. Pamford sometimes goes to his farm and takes videos and pictures of what he's doing. But there are some people that are making huge money out of that. They visit farms, they interview farmers, they take pictures, they take videos, and they upload it on their social media platforms. And they are able to make a lot of money from there because people want to see what is going on, what others are doing. People want to see some practices that are more profitable. So if we're able to capture those things, if we're interested in some of this, if we're somebody, I will pay some kind of journalism work and I say, talking to people and that kind of thing. This is a great option to get in. So personally, I like pig production. If you compare pig production to maybe cow or not cattle, you realize that the turnover is very fast as compared to the cattle. So you are looking to enter into agribusiness and be able to have turnover as quickly as possible. Pig production can be something you can consider. And one of the advantage of pig production is that they can eat almost everything. And whatever they eat, they are able to convert that into feed, into muscles. So, it makes feeding a little bit more easier, and your expenses kind of reduce a little bit. So, then we have small scale slaughtering and then also processing. What I've seen is that we have some maybe backyard farmers. We have some little poultry growers. that sell the whole meat, what they call it, the whole bird at certain point in time during the year. Into no moon need any processing facility, and I say anything that can help them process their meat, because anytime they will be processing meat, it add value to your product, and the price changes. And some of these tools that you see here or equipment that you see here are available that can make your life a little bit more easier. Some of them are not expensive. You just have to know how to use them. But personally, no. I've spoken to few people and they have it, but probably don't know how to operate it. So, or they don't have the money to buy some of these things. But if you want to get into processing or slaughtering, you can set up that processing facility in a small place and let people know that this is what you do. You'll be surprised the number of people that will bring their birds to your field or to your facility for slaughtering. And then also, I think I'm not able to see what is being for organic farming. Organic farming is becoming very popular. One of the things that is going on is that in the foreign or the Western world, most product are synthetic product, contain a lot of inorganic substances. So organic farming, people think that Africa does more of that. So product that is coming from Africa is premium in quote. Okay. So the price tag is a little bit different as compared to the ones that are grown synthetically. That is one area which I then again to into it. Landscaping, we don't see that much in Ghana. Say, me landscape business. Say, I have this equipment, I have these materials that I do. We don't see that much in Ghana. But one thing, the dynamics are changing because we have a lot of real estate developers all over the place. They are growing grasses, they are growing trees and all that. To maintain some of these things, require what they call it, equipment, require professionals, what set it up? Some agency be a landscaping business, people will look for you, or all those tools that will help you manage. You plant, you fertilize, you lay out, you do everything, and you realize that people will be looking for you, especially institutions, schools, private individuals will also contact you. And warehousing business, it's an option because sometimes you when there's a lot of grains, sometimes it becomes very cheap. Okay, in the season, but when the season is over, you realize that it becomes a little bit expensive. So if you have a warehouse, you can just buy those produce and then store them and release them when the price goes up. Okay. We have beekeeping, vertical farming, which is becoming very popular. Okay, that's also options that people can get into it. Okay. Livestock, I talk about that, mushroom production. And one thing I also want to stress on is the manure business. Okay, people are getting into organic farming and they are looking at how they can improve their soil, okay, organically, or reducing the use of synthetic fertilizers. So manure will become one of the main source of nutrient for most farmers. So if you are that person that knows how to generate compost, generate what do you call it? Maybe you compost and as a vermicompost. So those are areas that you can get in, and people will buy it. I think I saw one guy that was producing biochar, and then also using coconut husk, turning it into a media that you can use in greenhouses. Those are some options that somebody can get into it. Okay. Medicinal herbs. You can also specialize in seed production. Seed is one area you can get into it, because every farmer wants seed. Every farmer, because it's out of the seed that you get your plant. Until so enter into pepper production, you need pepper seed. So until maybe you will not be the producer, but you supply the seeds. You grow, and then you get a seed certified and sell it to farmers. That is one area that you can also get in. And this area called the fodder business is something that most people don't get in. In Ghana, you can go out and cut grasses and go and feed your cattle. But we don't intentionally grow grass just for that purpose. So we don't have that a lot. I'm not sure if one or two people are doing it or some people are doing it. But if you get a good grass and you have a vast land, you can grow grass and people will come and buy it for their cattle, because the cattle need to eat. Sheep, goat, all these ruminants, they need to eat. Okay, to me, I enter into that business as well. There are a lot of people that are doing grocery online, selling stuff online. That's also another option. We are cutting down our trees, right? Our trees are going very fast. So if you get into it, eventually it will take time, but eventually you will be able to get into it. These are also some ideas like hydroponic farming, agro-tourism. Okay, tourism is a very big business. Okay, agro-tourism. Nowadays, there are some kids that are coming out, living in the cities, that don't have any idea about what agriculture is. So if you're a farmer, you can add a little bit of, I think when we were listening to this guy that was growing coconut, okay, he was doing something
Dr. Samuel Hodomensa.
Right. He's doing something like that. Meeting nurse, my students here then in farm, they can play around, they can see what is going on. That is an option. So, and we can talk more about that, but just to mention it here. Mulching, if you are a vet person, if you want to get into that. Aquaponics business, people are also getting into it. Consulting business. If you're a specialist in some area, you can set up a consulting business. People calls you. Sometimes I have to pay and talk to people. People have online consulting. I have to pay and call them and talk. Okay, so this is my problem. What do you think about it? How do we solve it? And then I already talked about the nursery business. Okay. Now, snail farming. Recently, I think there were some business entities that were establishing snail farming for those that were interested. And I think it's very, very good model. Those of you that are in the Western world, you realize that snail is very expensive. Very, very expensive. Okay. And even Ghana, I heard it is getting expensive. However, you can get into it. You can really, really get into snail farming and make money out of it. We know about poultry. We know about rabbits. Rabbit farming is very, very profitable. Very, very profitable. You just have to know what to do, because people like the meat. The meat is a lean meat, low fat. So rich people really love stuff like that. Okay, especially the snail, and then a rabbit. I mean, these three animals here, because their meat are lean, low in fat, people really like it, and you can make business out of it. And I think, sir, yesterday video, no, would it be too hot? So, and it was our local. I think once if somebody is growing it,
Yeah.
and our local friend vegetables, it is fading out, because people haven't taken their time to really grow it. I say no one if farm for so many years. So me who so be ashada I could grow on a large scale. That so now yeah, pepper and be I've forgotten its name. Peppers and pa but it's very nice. Smelly very
Meswa.
Miss what? So but it's fading out. It's fading out. So where a farmer, you want to capture on those things because it is still in high demand, except that people are not doing it. So, you can enter into vegetable production, tomatoes. Now, I think so. Now, so can say, let her say, my and crabby beer if he's working now, say, oh, baby. So,
Yeah.
most of our tomatoes, Jane and Adina, and if you're working on ever. Until if there's that blocker, you realize that tomato is going to get a little bit pricey. So pepper, I always talk about pepper. Pepper to me is gold. If you know how to raise pepper and how to market it, you can make a lot of money out of it. Then we have the greens, not just the cabbage. We have the cabbage, the lettuce, the what they call spinach. We have cauliflower. We have a lot of greens. And lucky for us, we have a lot of foreigners in Ghana. Some of them are interested in these grains, especially the Chinese. They have the bok choy, they have all these Chinese grains. When they see stuff like that, they will chase for it. Okay. You just need to identify a market and you will be surprised what you can get out of it. So
Mpanimfoɔ mesrɛ ne die wo YouTube ɛkɔ so akyerɛ me sɛ dodoɔ na ɔmohwɛ SOS no ɛnyɛ subscribers me die mentimi nkyerɛ ade koro nti a obi ɛhwɛ SOS no on subscribe yɛ ebia na ɛma na adwene nti mesrɛ wo sɛ ne no first time wa wohwɛ ase hɔ na wamia so ama yɛ subscribe ɛnyɛ sikatua bi why na like video no na wohwɛ yɛn video nso a mesɛ sɛ comment ɛnyɛ bibia sɛ ɛboa ma YouTube recommend video no ma others on se duru bi a ɛyɛ na internet no ɛkɔ akyiri sene me no mu yɛ no deɛ bɛka because you nnuane bi wɔ ka asɛm no kyerɛ na wɔ mpɛ sɛ ɔbɛfa but sɛ YouTube ɛyi kyerɛ no na sɛ ɔhwɛ wie a sɛ nti kakra a metumi de aka no meda ase yɛpɛ ni mpa timi ma ne kɔ
that's it. Most of the time, one of the challenge in agribusiness, and I started talking about it, so the moment you say you are looking for a capital, you will never get it to start anything. Okay, you have to put that aside. Now me tie the vetting, our friend, is it John Domelo? Now me tie the vetting for the deputy agriculture minister vetting. Now, Omubisa question be said, how is it going to help the youth raise capital, for business, agribusiness? And one of the things he said, people may not understand, but it has always been my philosophy. he said, well, if you don't have capital, start small. And that's what he said. And it's very true. You don't need a lot of money to start. Okay. Pepper, for example, okoto pepper packet. You can start from somewhere. You don't need anybody to give you any money. If the money is there, fine. But if you don't have the money, you can raise it yourself. So starting small is one area that you can raise capital for your business. Everything you are doing, it doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be huge to raise capital. You can raise capital from small start. Now, can say, so he gave an example. So we're punching back Nubia, start with it. So, and he said something that people were laughing that John Mahama will start with what they call it. What was it? Like the Nkoko Getting kind of project. These are all things that can help. So, this is a book that I have written called The Principles of Sustainable Agriculture. It has some of this information that I have said here. If you are interested, it's in Amazon. Individuals can get it. And it has really some nice information in there. It's a Kindle book. It's not a hard copy. So you can just read it online. In the basic has questions, be or not so good suggestions, be not there, give it to me. I can answer your medicine.
Yo, senior, SOS Entrepreneur near TF4 nyina anemu ekuafo nyina anemu da wase ewo akwanya ene odo a wonya we dey wodi abreye I think say me yusu maya comment no na me da wase na enye onko ne yeda wase yeda omo so enye omo mre ebeti SOS no mo comment o ma subscribe o ma like o mo share so many ways yebeda omo nyina so ase if you say without them no so no SOS nyai ti wo hwe de yesinia duko de abaye na emaye ni gise de bia ne betokoso ne dey ya nti Mr. Pamford. Okay, we besaba na network na yo Mr. Pamford so ase na nka mbia me de amano na nka onso akasa. Iti ade bia enije na efe na mi postu eyi ewo all the trees no your social handle nyina so na ma kire say agriculture is a national interest. Na me de because me hwe John Dumero asemi a na me din kan share on Facebook but na me ni the person that person or no ye na me hu ni posting ko anti na me share se me comment enti anche me share na anche na se me tie say so obey the mini obey a deputy minister of agriculture no enti na me ya because na ka me person ka me din kan etu na mo ansa kwa na onyasa post no but I will do it enti mana anya dey masa na ma ratio mo say one day be meshia no me and you na metimi ene na din komo afa agriculture home only agriculture because when it comes to agriculture na you need frag barrier bia you need ethnic bia you need language difficult diversity of languages bia you need a practice of religion bia inihwe ye de ene say the human survivor nti se SOS kwa no ni nyi say dem din kan na SOS kwa no ni nyi kwa na we are talking about agriculture adia ebetimi aboa ama yenchima nsoso no atimia anyini na enmese ebeduru ba bi na ye de ahoma and I share him and a pompe aduane fam because of say you drew synthetic word. Mama mayen kase intimacy, a betimesi, because the way na near messy kono. One he bedroom be said you any where or and nam cran or my cretin or lab and or more day or more tone. Inti a just easy thing. Me the link in it too. Mama yen kwa book yechi kwan ewo Amazon. Na uhia nso so a me senior the link in be my the beto SOS WhatsApp group no so. Ye de beto SOS Facebook page no so. Ye de beto SOS YouTube channel so. Say be a obia no why not me de beto LinkedIn so kran so aka ho. Say be obia benya bebia opebia no benya ayede no ko book na chira kwan. Reading no ema wonya mastering ewo ade a opem. Me da wase. Mr. Pampo no pacho mechia baby obia no say bia link na sa article na eso se na ubetimi asa atwa so aba na ye de mic no so apanama na de din kan Mr. Pamford wa woni munanuanom ye gina SOS anamo anuanom ne adofo ne ado ayi nyina Mr. Pamford so yako ewo amanie bi a ofre mu kakra bi enanu ya nti na de tie no so no me de link na to nti no wo question efa de opania kasafa hona na wabebusa enya de beche because Mr. Ferris ma me nya nka yese enne o dwumadie di but esanse SOS de na koma so nti no o ka se eye de ya ye o se eye na emum ye mfa mre ni mu se de be ya na mre so abede obeko eno nti na di free 8 o'clock no na e de ba 7 no nti na de wo ho no anuanom a mo share link no so eto the whole platform no so no ya min shira mo sese mo koso na mo share videos no ya so many videos de no kan say yen sha sekitwa bi na ye sha sekitwa bi a say the deputy minister kan ye no say corporate ma deputy minister na be kasa wo say wo hia capital na emum de wo bi a sha sekitwa bi wo sha sekitwa bi na wo di benyire na me kofa Dr. Samuel Hodo mention because me use one for example if we say me share an example na wodi ato na untimi enkwehye no o sha say with kubedua mienu pe kubedua mienu eni wo hu de doctor aya o chinya pa me posu enema bi a odi abere me de beto yen Facebook page no so nti wa un follow yen kokko follow yen ne hwe nye ono nko na asha ase ketewa bi nye ono nko na asha ase ketewa bi ye mpani aba na ye be ma na kwa aba na obene
Later.
mo kwa aba
Yeah, I want to say.
nyamia don pacho ba kuna pacho nso
Oh, Yamiado, Mr. Felix. That's it. I was going to be able to.
Yamiado, you be able to. So,
Yamiado, be able to.
Overcome.
Additional, I like the book. So, right direction. Say, Obian in Divia, Obiano, Fatu, Numamuna, a treasure my. And yet, Nekoampa, Wetuzo, a Japarian Uja, when you are come. It was a job woman. Any di nyina ni ja ma ye ma na ye ma no nti no ni nyina ga se say me na say me papa say na o nim die we nyina say na ele ye ko ye tia wa ko hwe ye na no ma o man tro hwe anto ho na ye sua from memory no I think say ye different era say right now no bibia enim bia no e o say the two mo na it's not about the money, but it's about the legacy we got to have again. And that to be before no, if you are quite to your money and an animal, now I hear historic year my so they can also build on it. So And then yeah, abrofo no muti ya no mu ye adwuma. And yeah, nanomo idea nkwana omu de du baby omu du no. Because the never baby am wa me ye adwuma no. Me nim je ni ma me de ebo a omu neme nyina e koso nyina no. That you be jan krata to say e adwuma omu aye ni. But omu nka say no be free Ghana ebe boa yen. Omu be ye free no mu di omu din akon. You be say omu nkwana na woni die. If yes, we have to leave. Yeah, it's an air can every day now. Then just I know say of a do so the air, but to my perfect.
Of a do the cry.
I said, okay, you know who to the episode the air.
Ah, okay, right.
Philly can do to we are the buy if it's not for half or two, and do the buy Becca. Yes,
Yes,
we are the appointed the member. Any idea? No, be a then you can keep it in your library. But a fantastic topic, what I find it great. I mean, and sometimes my own one that's which was say Udihia, and I say Unyebiane. Because any amount trade, is simple and some of the tools look around here, backyard garden, and I say, backyard, and you could see how you so process it and cook the market. Which mean your tools link it and get be a while bit me processing the camera. May I always say, one storeroom. Now I'm a carpenter. You bought the camera now the net for now. Wouldn't say the process now and more beyond them would disinfecting camera. Now we tools very the handing cocoa winning the you can cocoa 2-3 now packaging the camera. A step forward. The way name and there will be a Burkina Faso, but there are simple concepts and are all implemented because been homo jail system. Before the better jail system, in jail in the park. That we confirm we year Juma, we are banished with running. It will be our heart. We year Juma near Pamoko the next town outside Korea. Because I year Juma, well, by year Juma, so one I'll be jail. Yeah, in Chili Pan KG. So, Nima, I think that bring your eye to send Africa. Your word Nima be pray, Nima out there, so some are so very simple that everybody can do. And over at least or so my own side, once I see them, we be something small, garden for your personal consumption, it's still good that will be able to me. And ideas not also. What you mean planting through be a house through realm through more. Be a middle person. Social media, yeah, by you'll be the end better than ever to so now also make a living out of it. And I say fire it's all a hobby cry now the first fire savings. Because I man be a me coming because I always say and they coop and they too and all the time I shall say and no rule different places where the fear the plot and stuff. I say any hobby or yeah, Juma at all. When it's all retired, that is what you do more. Your call Saturday farmers market. But I prefer Sakusiano because I know they have got it to the fresh. In fact, it's free. I know that nothing is processed. Maybe that concept me and I'm saying, now it is something you can have a backyard. Make me heavy now me talk because you know me area. The same thing, you can do it. So I don't see why behind me any concepts out the by Pilgrim say what you might be also because I saw this guy now okay so be an iPhone and already the use of the iPhone now, it wouldn't bring anything to him. So he sold the iPhone and bought a yam. And already the rest of the proceeds got to one pig. And then 1 year 11. And indeed, and came. One pregnancy now, one over 11, 10. It was 11, says here. And all the no be bear mount, or my be bear man a cross. If you're just about back up, or the yam 11 says here. And the phone they put on, and get there on the phone. All this social media and posts now, but right now, now, and more always say, oh, strike average, say be a ma 5, a ma 5. Yeah, next time around, if I ma 5 and bit my man, one basic 50. To be out 10, well, but then I know the number more basic 50 something, 60 something. Then my man price was out on the green pocket. So, I think everybody should try, no matter how the condition and situation is. If they are baby. If you what do I get cost now searching harder? Something will come your way. Set within yourself. And my boy was some work my yeah, for big ten FM, let be. And I be. Especially I am man, and to one of those. I mean, my car, one phone and to one of those. Because every simply do the jeans back for it and near my bed. You know, Pabua. Probably brave bag. Ye be our system. A year grand, I did also crown Uke Yam on Pesos I bishop you. And if I try and answer Tom, maybe no Mutin, so I have one check a car. We have to have a practical way for our people to save a little bit and invest a little bit in our savings to do. And if I come maybe a bit multiply scam out. A multiply more. I always use Kumana me here the last time. I call 2 days, but then you say be prayer I say because you also call every day, every other day. You also call. That is how I get back from the care for me. Every time we also call now for it. Oh, I go back here. No to Kushama. Every day also call. Now call her because it's a video. We say, and there are so many things that we can do. And that's it, boss. And that's it. Also, the better 2 years so now you're putting out there for people to see. Say, if you're a catch for, if you're a catch for, I have the chance. Go ahead.
Opening.
Many are beautiful.
And I mean, I say, me now, some of kind of say, open say, who make impact here. And your margin say, open so obey my prenate is save. Some be a day I'll be tear be so.
Oh, yeah,
be so. A day I'll be push you be, a day I'll be new be any here. But a year for purpose so bet my making impact in intra. The moment now bet my reaches our impact, nipa na who try me kind of who son on our payment kakran or better was say. The okay, say yento and to man yento yente so nis anima way be an obe into was but or patch was say a boama would me receive capital. It has it. It has yes about because me will question me and say be a match. Now me person me man Mr. Pamford Akwaba be answer be on the line can article because channel and then hello, open name Mr. Pamford.
Yes, sir.
Wait there. Yeah, my Yakubi, we will be also Emma Yakubi. Yes, Bibiaboko.
Yanko Pondum, Bibiaboko.
The Radias say, or the Wabeka and Sabio. Na a cerebral day, our chichre Emma Oniabusian. When you're made a demand on one soon or dear said, is he can abbreviano. But a toa now we year fee. A toa now year fee. It's Sani City. Nti ye ma mo shede. Ye ma mo shede.
Okay.
Na sede wa woni mu no di aba no de aba. But they say duru ba bia Mr. Pamford say ya mo ye homodin a ekom beba de bi.
Omo ebedi omo na ebedi omo.
There be entisa my name is
Etisa.
mene openi Papa Joe Kasai o kan sem bi na ye kasa kra me pe video na ba ko no ade abekere o kan say no onye Papa Joe mene sofu bi ni video me di my interview na prepare na kasa me prepare na me about mene sofu bi ay interview o kan say kromo no wo no akronfo no e doso but wabomodin say obebe say obe raise omu nyina na omo adwuma ye and that onu adwuma na wasete no because se onu nko be yisikani okrom ho a onu nko an sika no na kromfo ndi omo ni yede ebesi so but sa kromfo so kom enya sika ni bi ba omu botom na krom be jabo because obo okobokro no na o edai obokro no because ni yem ekom na din ntino de de odi akobo onye se bia okobos as a hobby ntina ma me de e kasa nti wo de yen kan sa
Yeah, agree. Engo program no so.
yeah na yene openi Mr. Yebeshase na me name Mr. Fersi ye eka asembi fa dwumadie bi a na video bi a ye hwe before no na o hwe video na eyade bi a me pese me yi bantira o de munya ha moma ye hwe moma ye nyina ye hwe video ya me pese me sade ba bio na obi anti ase ye hu se ade kro a eno nti me pese menim se mu hunu a ma de na mu okay mo so ma yina prezi kakra don't know why
Master,
okay,
young cut
okay.
topic no so na me interested.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay.
Until.
Wonte.
Okay.
Okay. Ebusia for me da mo ase. And then the first time I ever share SOS, I'm so subscribe on me pa chew and come back because YouTube say omo share YouTube omo share SOS omo subscribe on doors no. Ne like video no. Ne share channel no. O de on person be share kwa o de comment. So o subscribe na comment na o like here. YouTube na be ye. So they say o fere so be share kwa na YouTube na be ya ma ye. Me da ase. Bisa Pamford me person me do free video. Openi ofri Amsterdam ana akofie okọ one of nyimfo no okọ ena one susu a aye ho ma pro enoma edie enos na dey omo se openi dey o se monteti ni nyina okan na omo anti ni bi mu ebi mu ase omo twetwe omo no so kisente dey mon ko dey ni ye ba anti ye be ye no me amene dey o pese obebo amame atete ne betete ma before so be kwafu no be kɔ na ekura hɔ no sa porting bag no de kyerɛ no ɔkɔtɔ ne kurom 10 Ghana kwansu so a eba ne sɛn ene ma ne ba sa Mr. Pamford we de me de ma wo
that's it. The customer ne say na ye nneɛma na ya na ye local nneɛma na abrebia use no na nipa dodo na use bi but na ye mum ne adwen si edidi. It is about the few people who are very conscious about their health and omunim the health benefit of nneɛma bi no. Mum na ɔmo adwen ye de. Ɛwɔ so obi wɔ hɔ ye adwen no wɔnyɛ bi ani kura ɔtena ɛntena. But yemu bi a yinim a yesusu sɛ yedidi yie no. Ye mum na yadwen ni saa nneɛma nso. Ewure obi kan asɛm bi kyerɛ me. Na me ne me godfather na yedi bɔfrɛ enwumre. Na ba ya asɛm a ɔkan ne sɛ wokoto sɛ sikafo didi sɛ ya yɛsɛ o we die woni mo didi o. Ba so obi o ni scan sɛ wodi saa de yɛ enwumre nke be kasa kɔ na hia na ma de obedi kura wɔnyɛ de oni. Yenim enti yadwen free so no saa nneɛma no mom ɛna mfaso mu anaasɛ ɛwɔ nsunsuanso papa wɔ yɛ nipadua so a etwa sɛ yadwen yɛ de edi akyiri nti wɔn mu nim ne deɛ wɔn tɔ nti adekoro nti ɛba saa no yadwen saa nneɛma no yadwen ni so.
me pato we
Okay, I think the line
satiko
okay, Mr. Charles.
one open patcho go one share sa video no ya video ne ba em che ni 1 week kura Mr. Ose bomodian so kwakohwe na openini ne di nkomo bebrebe videos ne dɔɔso monhwɛ bi koko hwehwɛ ni nyina ne comment ne like ne share opening patcho kafra.
Oh, no problem. Now me question out trade and I may be so say. Sometimes no something might seem valuable to you. That doesn't necessarily mean say valuable to everybody.
Good.
And na unim ade no na unim the so and until na we no place value ato so and we who say eco waste and ya but onipa no open fried rice or deep pizza and this animal man. I don't way no doesn't mean it, but the Uber to me I say Uber man knowledge about it. No we know how we are a boy nipa, you know, and then so many people getting back into the herbal lifestyle now almost try and say yenti e free there abrofo no dia betre na ye dia e desire no because ye nuane ne ye haban ni nyina no food and medicinal engineer na no mo nyaare o mo frequent hospitals yare ye friend bonsam yare ne sa ne ma ne nyina na enti o mo nyina no le won nuane ne niema ye practices ade ya ye free home I say ya go for obi die ye wa go for foreign one so wa go for do uni ho aka die so now I wa go for go body uni ho aka die be bibi ye wa de be kunu eno ne niema ye hu ye kuro mu de bebrebe. So and one thing is there me so be clear say Judas no need Jesus now. Say about kan ye nyina ote and e dey still akoton and your cromfo no wo kuro mu ho no. So your cromfo by nature but sika na wo kuro mu nya ji na say all dreadful obeze wia enti men ka se bia wo ko bie ade na wo introduce ni ba ho ntin ne ko no no be jayo A thief is a thief. No matter what you may be an eyes of crime, an eyes of preco, or your day of the quarter team. And you know, a say a entity and how the man, the obe fan, the own fan, no matter what I'll be an own fan. Obi okwa na odi ade a che no no ase awia. When will be on channel the other say we other. When you make them, we now back out. It's a pet. Man, the best food in we are saying. When you make them, so back out. And Jesus kind of say, I'm just taking it there. Say it's the highest book out. You know, therefore, but the poor will be with you always. If you would know to me, and ma will be in the but there principles. I would do so. And the other said the way you be an anything. Obi feel say you will see a time you're better now. In the na Ghana de ye be ya de be ye. That will be a dream. So won't dream the other side now you're naive. Now for say be how you be happy. Be we have a two papa anybody maybe be in the no hold that. The good book when started here, they say there was fight in heaven. Now heaven crying to question you are. Me come to trade and to question you. We have to me per se you might see a concept be say enipa say obefa de na obefa. Obi over a check I was all pounding with the same a 7 science and not binaki. But the way decide to say on father. We there put the 7 o'clock or see the pillow because then it's sumi as say on more tia on fa. I don't know. Okay, say on the were 2 7 napety. There were maybe a better, it be a stony heart, it be a soft heart. You understand? So sometimes when you go out there now they assemble now for to be a unya likes. Amount for share, amount for my comments. Now we are disturbed. Now I dream I would it 72 hold. Oh yeah, you mistake. What's the mechanism? Mechanism.
Sorry, no, me meeting me pacha me to the okay. Yeah.
And the why you say me ya to ho me from akumemu say obi be share you be encourage so share you be encourage so comment you be encourage obi like it but anya enu interest you enjoy the we will continue to do education e dey ma nipa no so because if you are there if you are next 2 generations you know about be father build Ghana am Ghana be kra be hwe aye ne ashase intino and Ghana me no enjoy cocoa. Those days I know more cocoa back Ghana. No one say Ghana be number 1 and number 2 cocoa production we are saying. And but Jimusa at oh yeah. So intino yeah. You are any bar. You be a kumemu see say you nuanum be ebe fa no mu dia ye na move forward. A woman fa no high. We will continue to do the good work I will say. And it's every day we meet you so me waha. And you know, yeah, I remember my name how be brave. We are on a good course and the right course. And good always overcome evil. No matter how dark place in the year, even also Manchester Krana, who light kakra. And you can crowd the candle cover a bay, after the bulb back over, never bright. If any kakra, so stadium light, never in our bright. So we are taking it step by step. Yeah, I mean, so being kind every day say, Kofobi ayen say adwene ama na wuwa ye fiber mu a ye nya obia ma ne ntena ase ma on yiye free sa of how na ye di wa kom na all of a sudden ye pese sorry na ye di ye ho how be ji ohun ade na for wadwene afa usuban afa enipa na wa ka asem no kra che no ansa fa go so then I admit it. And then from here point of saying yeah near man sometimes you know me be that failure. But see, we are learning because you failure now you can come back near GDA say best I you make sure say best I and I realize say okay now the issue the year free Mr. being one in the books tiny and now it's working. Because first now you when you be so approach saying baby hey I know one moment so oh Ghana the massa more ham could be and every day every weekend be I make ball make same way. But one funny thing is a lot endra back of frame is say open new fan in India Mr. being 6 match a year ban no tua ma home and I'm say hey some man foot and I make say you be for assembly day be for because when you know a project na things say ebu fast 2-3 times wrong you who say the only way to catch them no, is to give them this knowledge now umune ne me pe no umunye adwuma nti ono afre ono aye to na me be so be link man to na me so and also and I'm saying for COVID every day me obi agokra me tia say obi nya bi on command and he was so happy to send his people to go listen to it so that and we will reach our people we come here with encouragement. I always say we just have to be ready to learn if you know I was let them is a first better you remember the way they far out in the book about is good. We have to patronize and support it. Then you move on and move forward with this thing. And also Mr. Pamford and Sabbath people.
Yeah. Mr. Bafo.
Yes, sir.
But you better was so open here a jam.
Nkaibo baako hotel. One more Kumasi emotion. Nsuo bi free sunyan eba. Nti obi anhwe ne ho yie na ebeto me ambia. Na ene Mr. Felix and someone waka no kwase ni emudo. Ye mu binom pese ye enter into the agriculture industry. But we don't know what it takes for us to be part of the agriculture or to be part of the agriculture industry. Sometimes that is the components of the agribusiness. The agriculture as a whole is a business. Any kind your input providers, your capital providers, if any, your producers, your processors, your storage managers, your researchers, your logistics and transport. We have distributors, we have marketers, and then we have consumers. Into also going into the agribusiness sector, falling within. Then no washe honey nafi wa manuama day etimi akoso. Na your can input providers Mr. Felix Edika can supply seeds, supply fertilizers, equipment, any near keka home. Capital providers and so a be institution idea see ho ye be or more finance or more person or more call into the agriculture sector. And our producers and so basically farmers and researchers and so cultivate crops and really livestocks. Let me say, research be a far point. We call from anywhere although he's a farmer, but with me and some information in the amount. And our processes so almost transform raw materials into value added product. And our storage so I almost preserve crops for quality maintenance. And our researchers so your technology developers who are there to improve the food processing industry. And logistics and transport we be making sure say your products market on time and efficient way. Distributors so deliver the finished goods either raw or they add value to it either in a retail or a wholesale. And marketers advertising and promote your food products and then the consumers purchasing the final goods to consume. So basically, if you want to enter into the agribusiness, look at the sector will be to me a fit in then not why they what was so now you will be no more to me for more than one to me for more than two depending on the onopers way. Mr. Felix can be for mpreko any idea. Say me van say be am my dream say me kopreko yemu. The first thing I made I go in and say me pay aduane apreko dia metimi adua so that metimi aton biama afofo na me nso so ma use bi me farm afei nso so oka omo de equipment ema rent any ade eno nso so ya ade a ya emfaso de ewum. And a processing so sometimes enye ade kuntan bia nemum sometimes ebi ho to say ye hayo ba omo moto banche hata ayam nkunkunte e de preserve no banche na bebu na kra de yankopon adom ye process bi de ye starch na ne kikan ka ho companies bi to bi mo de ye nsa ene ne kikan ka ho but ono nso fa ono nso de ye nse obehata na waye de wa process na ode aye nadie na omo process bibi te say sa canned tomatoes ne kika sometimes what they do say omoto goods no time on your mabibu pa na me and time when I will come bokina de no metia many ajepa that is how it should be. In fact, it is about time that Ghanaians should eschew laziness. We have to take laziness out of our lives. As ye are quite the same frame. Enra na nsane na me central region bedru enra najo na kona ohwe nkura atwa ye ho ahia kwan ye nam so nsase eda hokwa enye forest reserve na nso so yenye ne hwe na obedru kru na bonten na ohwe nipa egu abonten ene ne ekeka ho a sesa nioma we nyina no se convert no into the farming producer nke betumi aboa Ghana ye ka o ma ye se kra bibia nkenya o man yesi ekokra ade a yenye betumi aye no ha amna yede amna yi enka yenkra amana nyi ameka isa last time bi na meka asemi se eko central region krobi eben man kesi ye frɛ ho asuhia me ye ho na me free na yikodru ho farmers ho mso tomatoes akese no dua na ha enye yi chesen ketwa no na yikodru ho idua tomatoes no yetene in boxes. But when you are there, me say, farmer beer, that was 2016. Farmer beer anywhere, with me ben yen beside say, yen ye be ye extension officers, but almost say soil no contain some heavy metals near the other. That is the reason why ye, but yen ya be the no at it didn't ye be the it me tea. Farmer beer to me and ben yen beside say, it didn't be the more day. Mote Nansanne, we call her no. After I see a year discussion in area, now they were discussing that issue with me. And I'm said that time I'm about one and case and me the mission and me need sad and meet me a day. Meet me at your more say, he beat me a be at least a research center be an answer be a center be or he beat me their training farmers. He beat me a boama and you may go home so so ye or but yen yet me a be approve sad, ye know ye be ye. yɛn nso yɛde bɛkyerɛkyerɛ nti te sɛ deɛ yɛyɛ no wɔ ha yi a obi nso deɛ ne sɛ ɔno nso bɛkyerɛkyerɛ obi yɛ consultant ɔno nso ne deɛ ne sɛ ɔbɛkyerɛ sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a wo nso wokɔyɛ w'adeɛ na wogyina w'afuo no mu a wɔyɛ adeɛ no wonim nea wɔyɛ wotie n'anum asɛm so a you will gain but woyɛ w'adwene sɛ wobɛgu n'anum asɛm so a wobɛhyɛ adeɛ no ase but definitely you will fail farming no obstacles bebree wɔ mu ɛnyɛ adeɛ ɛyɛ smooth sɛ wobaeɛ no wanyɛ ne smooth but if you have the knowledge and wonim nea wɔyɛ a wobɛto wo bo ase ahyehyɛ nneɛma na sɛ nneɛma no start sɛ disca brɛw a then wonim baabi a woyɛ de wokoro nti woma yɛmfa yɛn ho nhyɛm na yɛkɔ so bɔ mo nka yɛn so sɛ me ne Mr. Felix yɛtwerɛ book on soil health yɛtwerɛ so many books but basically deɛ yɛyɛ ho adwuma sesia ne yɛ soil health nti ɛnkyɛ ɛno nso yɛbɛpublish wopɛ sɛ wohu kwan yɛbɛfa so a wo nɛteɛ no anaasɛ wo asase na wode dua deɛ bɛtumi anya nkwa daa wasase ketewa na wote so da bia wobɛtumi de adua de a ewia copy nyina momra you have to patronize yɛn so yɛafam de a yɛbɛtumi ayɛ na yɛde aboa no nti me da Mr. Felix ne atiefoɔ nyina ase ne adwuma pa a yɛ a wɔmɔbɔ SOS nyankopɔn hyira mo mede ma no bɛsi ha.
You're on mute.
Yaka. Penny, yes, that's in Yaminshrow. Mpenimfo a mu tie Mr. was Africa na beti nature. Me say can be me metime show kra kire Facebook kire say omo dodo no mutie SOS no. Omo say omo de adabraka no subscribe. But Mr. subscribe my CCA. Se wa fi na wa ba be share SOS ya. Ye da se wa kriki video so. Be join ye. Wo subscribe a na wo mia be ne so a ebe show bibi ekoso bia wo SOS. Eba onhwere bibi. Videos nso wo ho. Na de ba kwa na mani gine se videos nbi wo ho a wote ho a obi nka nche se sori koye bibi. Wo hwe video ni wi afa na ho epre ayo se ya intimisro subscribe se CA na share ma obi so bi. Why? Me da sinya me nshira. Mpenimfo.
Yes, sir.
Yebema ejedu akwaba na ejedu ansana wo bekasa me the question e ma wo nti I think uyi question anu we na nso so aka wo de me pacho ni so timi kan ejedu
My kom na miti.
Ko na maye me da se ejedu Mr. Fersi Kasano was say mostly no yana ye agriculture mo your highly expectations. Adinti ene basa. Na highly expectations no ma yana at least yana ye wa outside in man basa. Adinti na mi busa me pa chawada.
Okay. Medasi MC.
That's it.
Me championing for.
Yes, sir.
Mon fan chami mambantem. I'm fair non chudo na men kwa so no ha makandi yenka. Expectation, high expectation ne one say me will be a my friend is a comparative diagnosis. So a comparative diagnosis no free tete. Yen yesusu ano ene baby ye fini ye de ahye ye mu se ye hia ha ya ye hia yi. E wo mitire mu se meti se wo fa manu yen ponchi na ne ponchi ye 200 a. Me nso me koma e wo se me sha me nso me nya 200 na na se de boro ono ne de nso. Enti da bia na ye competition e wo se obi di kan na obi we. And a wa de so no wo na da bia na dom kan di wachi. And competitive diagnosis no one. Greed number 2. And sometimes jealousy ahoye enso ka ho bi ayete say oh me nhyɛ biribi ase but me kɔhyɛ ase no me pɛ me do baabi a Mr. Felix do no because Mr. Felix baayɛ no ɔsi oh me yɛ adwuma wei me yɛ wei ɛkɔ yie ma me nti sisi amagyae me adwuma me yɛ kora no ebi a me kɔ fie nti yɛte me da ase abraw na ne yɛpagya kora adeɛ no ɔde ne sika kɔhyɛ mu no ɔnya adagye ntena se ɛnyɛ research ɔmbisa ho nsɛm da bia no yɛnyɛ positive news ɛna there is one thing I'm writing about I'm say yenua ba adwoa na me yedi nkɔmmɔ ɛwɔ backdoor last week ɛna suggest topic bi sɛ metimi atwerɛ biribi afa ho a following the social media hype one of the killers of anase one of the drainers of our investment because obiaba social media maintain say nipa dodoɔ ɛkyerɛ the negative side of omo business a omo ayɛ omo kyerɛ omo losses say adwuma na me hyɛ aseɛ no me die nkokɔ 500 na hyɛ aseɛ first beginning no me lose 300 200 pen na metimi nyae me second batch me lose we bia 400 and 100 pen across here but me third one no ena ebia metimi ejina here because na me the experiences na ma build no and the boa me na me third shot the but ye ba the ye chere o me nkokɔ no one back we gina wadi 1 month see about weigh 1.5 kg ni see nkokɔ ne de wonya nkokɔ see me yi nkosua 10,000 crates me ton no wa ye calculation bi mass bi nkosua ba ko ye 5 Ghana wo krom ne de multiply on sa broche for nso de currency calculation ne gu yetiri mo ye hia calculator u kan ye na ne ya times ne ya multiply no de ne ato obo over time be 2 weeks no de be shema na wa cross ade no wa multiply ne nim nti by 6 months no or expectation in the bosia kura na obebo no de abeshim without thinking say banche na wukodua no we need irrigation system asase na wukodua wo so no enye kuani no no ti ho no ene control asase ni nutrients enye Mr. Pamford ne control insuo time ebeto anytime ento the only control awo say what the ade na hye form enwura ba watwa enti sometimes ensem keka na yete na bonten no ye ni adaja ye de research da bia no ye pe sika enti wo fa manu betena ha na o ka se emponche na wo koye no hyase pe aduane gu ho a na ye ade a wo se bia 1 month anase 6 months insuo ntoye aduane ni ho a e wo se wutimi feed wo mmoa no kosi se insuo beto anase kosi se obenya aduane a obeka se wo fa manu projection dey ye too slow mami me pede menya me de behemu nne a enti obi oka investment asem anase adwuma asem wo Ghana question obebisa wo say me de 100,000 behemu asen na menya so projection no anticipation no ne comparative diagnosis ne say Kofi Mensa say waye banchi 1 acre wenya 10,000 enti me nso me koye 1 acre menya 10,000 be say woti ase say akoma dan asase ene wale asase nyepe boko asase ene tamale asase nyepe even kumase kura no kumase edum anase mefa ni se ye frɛ ho say abuakwa asase ene pankro no asase nyepe etoda bi ensuo to wo kumase kegetia obedu no abuakwa no na mfuturo kumo enye obi ane control say esese yete ase say ade na wo koye no men fast has so much expectations na ye ka kire wo no because banche na ye say 1 acre obetu abobo ya 3 no sabi yem nyina yembra form ne yenhwe ade say maame ba akoma a wawo mo entafo kura ba akon kwan ye de chen ba ako ade ntia enti wo ka kyerɛ me sɛ no adwama nsa ne nkwan yɛ de enti ne kyerɛ sɛ ne ma ɔbɛwɔ mu nyinaa no bɛhu nkwan yɛ a ɛnyɛ nokorɛ. So me deɛ mɛka ne sɛ sometimes ɛyɛ na ɛyɛ social media hype, ɛyɛ information na amanfoɔ ba a yɛn yɛka positive nko a yɛnka negative. Nti sɛ wo ba na wo ka the other side na yɛhu sɛ wo deɛ wobu nipa aba mu. Nti wo kra deɛ yɛ ntie wo yɛbɛtie deɛ ɔno hype no. Nti ne yɛde hype na ne yɛ push yɛ sika. Afei wo kɔ na reality ne hate a na wo lose a wo so obi anka nokore bi ankyerɛ wo. Na me nka nokore nkyerɛ wo na wo nso nokore bɛn na wo pɛ. Mo deɛ da biara no mo pɛ obi abli mu no obi anka nokore bi ankyerɛ na wo na wote hɔ na nkasa na wode wo sika akɔyɛ adwuma no ɛnokore bɛn na wo hwehwɛ ɛyɛ mo nso mo hwehwɛ nokore ni bi na nokore no nso hwehwɛ a wobɛhu ɛnyɛ da biara na Mr. Felix nkɔpɛ nokore no mfa mmerɛw ɛnyɛ da biara na Mr. Pamford nkɔpɛ nokore mfa mmerɛw wo kita mobile phone nso wo free internet pɛ nokore ni bi na yɛn yɛ pɛ already made too much ɛno ne yɛ problem no. Me de be see one here no macross so my me fancy ha wo question for e be to aso
Okay. Open no
about the same question, no. Now, what was the question, no?
Now, Mr. Felix can the customer can say na your high expectations, your core high expectations.
That was my from this angle to no me find say enipa bia no who business bia mu a also up high expectations, because why would I don't know also low expectations? That's the question. I'm me pizza. So man pay higher, I don't know pay low. So me say me go pay business. Why do I also have to go for a low expectation? I have to aim for high expectation, but may start it with obi or expect level, and I say experience level. But my expectations should be high, but I'll start at a very beginner's level. A private only background of starting. I mean, when I say me break with that, I just give an example. Obi on the iPhone, and a quarter of break over one pig. And only bema, and no more be cross to the animal. Abuano way and our 10. The high expectation is say phone no to some people phone is valuable, but on phone no a yam phone and a quarter of preco back. Right now no preco back na better than 11. Eti obi wo preco abi and preco near 100. But when the expectation I see any expectation is high because he's able to forgo a phone. Be a phone say go kuta or a guy. About a phone, the best friend. Signing papa will say, now want to go through 3 cycles of bear. Kuta more cry, no more basic 50. The reason why I make us say, oh, yeah, before Africa for, and as a Ghana for in particular. You put your low, it would never be brave. It sometimes look like they won't compare African countries, Libya, near country who say, I don't know, go for waiting, taking risks again, yes, sir. Taking risks and having a high expectation is different from, say, covetousness and answer any prayer. And for any will be a deal. But Debian would there to a common so person will be think highly of it, say, oh, yeah, up to the highest level because your promo amount of a despite a yardstick. So then despite you say, but only one status but as soon as you say baby I will do now, maybe I the best start piano. You can aim to get to despite level. If only you started send your starting Wasn't admitted. So that is how I see that. Men also be a humble, maybe penny to a big total. And you obey any older year, Juma will be can fast also. Name of no come as an entrepreneur, as a business. Aim high, start low, and learn the trade as you go up and expand it. That is how I see the question. Thank you. Thank you. And let me out. Thank you, Mr. Charles.
I think say over menu the work and me ne way adwene. But from where I was coming from, no, the me can say, on say your own high expectation is with a scalable mindset, right?
Okay.
Your high expectation, no, is with a scalable mindset. Majority of the people we hear complaining say wako anye ye no, they were marking themselves with the person who is an experienced person's word of mouth. Into obi ka kyerɛ ne sɛ ɔno ayɛ bi ɔyɛ 1 acre no onya ebia ɔde 10,000 ɛyɛ 1 acre onya 100,000.
Okay.
And ɔno wankɔ with the mindset say okay me nso mepɛ sɛ meyɛ bi na menya that amount no but ɔno ne deɛ ne sɛ ɔcalculate with a bigger profit margin, high expectation with no scalable experience.
Okay.
Only information be also okay. So we to Ghana say why 1 acre with 10,000 when you made a brochure and you mentioned me the $10,000 you could shame.
Okay.
Now multiply that number, no, and that is the expectations now. They go with a vague expectation, no grower mindset, but with a end goal mindset equal to or above the person they had the information from. And no the problem never no. Say who call because obi any who didn't seek a question adwuma mo mpemfa so. And e wan kokra nke ye.
I don't know. Make sure say no experience or a goat them. But last year me lose goats over 200 and something goats from somebody negligence. The fact say we can no experience numpono. And them say you guarantee. Obi out there why interest there no. Hey, or no it me upon all your experience, no ground. What hit it? Why hit it ground? Why you lost something? So I understand what you're saying. You're very familiar with that expectation. Okay.
Yeah, with the expectation and make no, I think it is not a direction of Niamokano. So
okay.
Now I was talking about how engaging partnerships. Now, make us say with the partnerships, who should be our ordinary partner, also should depend on expectation.
Okay.
Because we partner with somebody, that person has higher expectations of the investment or the business, then it's going to be a problem.
Okay.
Because agriculture is time-based. Until say time be any profit ever bad.
Okay.
Only expectation you high that.
Okay.
Say a bit take it 4 months for you to start harvesting pepper. But on the mind, also ebia medical bishim kwande after a month now same.
Okay.
So that is the aspect of the expectation and now not as in say as a family you shouldn't have high expectation.
So in this case, who outline be our timeline man in be our invest in that. Now what you say go that way, embrace in the this is it be to people more agree a bit question some of these expectations and be any part of the member.
Right.
Okay. And that's it.
Okay. Penny for me that was it. Yebe pass ama senior comet. Boss comet in Bacho Makwaba.
Penny from Patrol, Mechechamo, Yadama celebrate, Yamakanya, big, and I know, sir, yes, you are be brave. Mr. Felix, Yamakanya said, Yadase. And we be near man also identification, and the me fancy chance, man. Wabu Bonnie, ma be brave, so, and then a wow, hano. Mimi Huni said, you can identify so many opportunities. Or Mr. Felix Kasaimu. Bobo Bonema be brave unti. I think say and one meka for now. And but meti makasa.
Oh, but your man call.
Yeah, adia ba kwa na mpesa mekanisa. I think so bisa question be na te say fast take berry ho amanfo agya isa na ma na chidi ne ne
Yeah.
Inti this is where mimi hu ne say it's not sometimes, there be a said there will be a necessary way.
That's it.
Once you see say a honor a way pet, that is, I will say, so that is a nature what me I identify. In Tiabasana, you can focus on that. Obi an inko and with business na isika na ahwehwe. It is sometimes so bet me target near maybe ankrofo ani nko ho a eya na ye good. By the time I'm for realize when we say we this kind of person no, not just a one, so maybe I want move by 10 steps, or some move with maybe another product be an answer bibisa. Who's up Mr. Felix Kasafa Meswa Mekono?
Yeah.
Nin enti would you be a lucky biano? Ben Kasa oh train my in Crofwire answer. Be a what shortage biano, Mihuni said you can take advantage of it. And that is where which may make it a big money. No? And I am baby, I finish the NTS. Yes, said you're not Mr. Dumu Kanya. Oh, yes, banching away womb, yes, win away womb to be able to be an effort. Bokako Shohono. Intin yesterday, near my say, near my bibu. Inti, Tempia, you take advantage of Sanya Mana. And a be beyond swa. Mr. Felix Baby never be brave. So my father said, "Baby, I will force it. Ten be a bumper harvest, be anything, be any area, be no." Before says, "Oh, Hanum maybe I a marketer. Oh, Hanum not me. I give value to this agri products now. And so my wani, I could call areas, because I want so opportunity at the mount. Inti I think say and only bibi kakra a be a meka. And I mean who say. Adia ba kwa me eya na mahu kakra ya na ha me kakra ne say Ghana ni bia ya adia asa ne target ya export ya ye bia ya target ya export me feel say yen hwese ye be within your localities no you bet me be satisfy ni ye see you satisfy ni ya ni bet you akọ export say tomatoes ni niema free Burkina Emma enti what you na wo dwene export one why mistake. As what I said, there's a big market in Ghana. This is where we are strategically Uber strategizing. And I know about equipment and any money. If you are now a now the farming and gas untimine, but what we identify an area be said, Sanyama win a possible honor. Then I'll bet my own. They can be your supply base. Maybe you can set a factory or something within Omo. Within that area, no more produces some near maybe be brea or for sebit be feed away, then along the line, now once what me at the county, and only bibi kakra mede ebeka home. And I think sir Brother Panford also can be within the agri sector, no, Obia might have a different area, ABR and the specialty work. With your specialty, you can develop something around it. The marketing once over consultancy, maybe I'll bet me providing information because we in-depth knowledge about some of the various fields, Nina Kikambomoa, that great business, until you bring your specialty on board and create a business around that specialty, and I think say and also bet me make you something. That is what I made the back on Madam Asibe.
Oh, yeah, mute.
asɛm bɛba. Senior Comet, I mean, sure, you said that last week, only a Bekasai, and Kofo Nyaje, Yamisha, you'll be able to say that the baby or baby, and you know, I think SOS ye Nyamishra, if you say, ye won't penny for obi bia obebe bia no de odi bebe bia be da ho a ete se di ade pay free soro e be hwo a bom na mfuturo no nyina ye de e se ekọ akiri ti nsem mo de ba de ekọ akiri ti ama e ba enkofo nso so ye de energy ti nyame nhira pa wo na no nsem a wo de bre na eneso so contribution a wo ye de odi aba na mesre abusuafo se mesre wo safei na waba akwaba TV na se wo hwe phone na se wo hwe tablet na se wo subscribe no button wo misro mi aso se share die na ye hwe SOS ye subscribe no do so misre moda mama yente so percentage no wo so do na like video no ye wo video bebrebe nso e beboa wo ko hwe Dr. Samuel Hodo video ko hwe Dr. Kofi Bua video ko hwe from Amsterdam kese videos no obia wo de ode bae ebi nso so ba videos no e ba nyagro de ba nyagro ebi ni ho kakra bi a me de bae a me de kwansu so a abekire no enra so me de bi nso so ebete kakra enti mon subscribe na the more is coming and the best is yet to come. If you say Mr. Dumero amiati asese my expected capital but yen shase e wo de little na ye ye wono no na se ye be shase de little wono na se kan hu bom nso so dia any little is not little. I don't think so any me adwen me dem ase ye beto aso. Next question me pamacho. Why say eba na Mr. Ferris can be consultation eba consultation ya na ye chrome for no ase de ye twen ho anase ye twen ho a obo mo ebo pe na ayese o semester afro na eno wana no but Mr. Ferris kasa no se consultation so eboa nti we de me hia obi bia adwen kire Mr. KB me pacho me ba me mo akasa yesi okay free so me pacho wa obi
okay me kon say yeah build the culture be a efa farming na na America say yeah farming any sexy no. These are some of the things. The moment I will say, oh, you're a farmer now. The first no be the associates do and say, oh, you feel, we need to cut, because you're my farming there to say, here for Juma. And you expect to say, put the corporate crown and obey to my farmer. So, yeah, associative farming say, a the wealth ever say a white collar job, what is suit and tie, and a fee. And so yes, I ban. Yes, I the practices of farming musa near the panishing. Konekodo uku school we you can near Trahama Makodo. You see, I give you ever die, Musa, Upia Beso, then who be associated idea, I feel say a gift, and I say, any attractive. But so, Ura farming, there is no such thing as a modern farming. Farming evolved because as I said, no one idea the abandoned moon and the one if you say it, no, as I said, no idea if the abandoned barrier. And the farming has evolved. And evolved yes, sending a year for say a modern farming. You say So consultation and say any part of your expert at the end minim and I make on go no what lecture me na me dia come fu na me suma fa koye. It's as simple as that. In the idea minimum nim dia ho bebre no me ko nipa unim ho pa odon any expertise no was no lecture me no guide me na me dia ye me dia me fu the type of a bro media time media send ya me space here bro no me to go nua ni biara dia amoaye amoa bibia mu your experts no obeko ne ho awa ko jinim die no now they about to from no express the more we now practice no you to become an expert so you can also consult other people or other people can come and seek information from you not for their I think that is the part we feel say yeah farmers and up to date crown okay villages now your farmers no be you still feel say omu ye hia for until them omu ye kria see now no ebe family no mienu say I was say yeah consultant to them me guide you who say no you mu kuta no some but they have to see it until bibi a oye bia uhie nimde also do bia you have to seek an expert. Ultimate nyare na wa onko drugstore na on trade ma ho na on sisam. Hospital bi akọ okra doctor na onya ohwe. Oye say mo trade room man. Adentia. You go for consultation and you just get a prescription. Unimu near all the drugstore na akọji edro no. But the doctor na say me fa ba akwa no pa, ba akwa nwumre, ba akọ say. Na 3 days so fedro na also we are for 3 days star brand I mean sure ufo say na akwa akoye they were prescribed on sure condition no as I say on to us and so on this one as we die he didn't do anything when be we man hwe and just hwe until akoma until heartbeat until say no here no down or some akoye so you see can someone here the same thing there's an expert and your expert they said about you do what can it be only part of the bank or about don't you to or no better say also what a bro tata not a better train or a bro 100 acres. Only music and what roses and she say usika. Or also need the Janica with my consultant, higher consultant. You consult, you have to find a credible person and as a professional. I'll bet me I teach the ye. Obia na mwana sumo bise for discover a bit too good. Na mwana discover Ghana or a consulting or yema. About Dargan or Jusican or Koy, and I saw for crowds your consultation. I don't know why is would our yourself. Now wouldn't sort of do our yourself. I don't call our so you have to find when we say about expert and as a consultant, not just Ubiasu you say no sorry who. You have to have reputation. Everybody knows Professor Bahai, Professor right? We all saw it. You know you read the Oka, Neduma. Why would I doubt him? I can't doubt him. So I'm saying admit it. If I don't know background, you know, if I have to go to him for consultation when it comes to these things, I know some of them made the right thing. So we search and find the right people to get. But consultation is very, very good. Just to my part, I feel say the way I did farming here, and I break here, you know, and at sideline, I'm a young for into me and you see them practicing the Oma practicing it's not any year, you know. Still, the train I mean you or the train as a season or the train be at the same thing into 1 year, not 100 acres, 10 acres, the whole would say, you know. That's what I think. I think so. Be so MFR, yeah.
Yo, Mr. KB.
Yeah, bacho.
Bacho Timinka.
Metonka.
Bacho Akwaba.
Mejumoso.
Yeah, that was so. Yeah, the didn't come. That was me. O nim the issue also so near share. About crypto and so. Nkɔfoɔ frɛ ebu some informations yeah na sɛdeɛ wokaeɛ no menu bi no yɛdi nkɔmmɔ wɔ akyire no wo deɛ ne sɛdeɛ yɛyɛ a ɔmo a ɔtumi boa ɔmo a ɔmo tumi nya biribi to ɔmo tum ɔmo de akɔ fie akɔ set up dwumadie bi te sɛ poultry farm ne nneɛma no ɛno nti ɛna wo so pɛɛ sɛ woyɛ deɛ wode onim deɛ no so ɛbɛboa yɛ nti ane bi mu nti ase but na mpɛsɛ me kyerɛkyerɛ mu ɛwɔ nso dwumadie no nti ma wode saa no ɛbaeɛ a wode bɛboaeɛ na I hope sɛ yɛn nyinaa no yɛbɛyi so saa dwumadie yi na mmom yɛbɛtena ase na sɛdeɛ yɛnya abɔtrɛ anya information correct information a Mr. KB no ato no si hɔ sɛ obi hia information a obetimi de ama no so ontimi mfa ma no kora na nipa no nhwɛ sɛ obenya the right information because ade biara mfaso so no risk nso yɛ de ewo enti ansana mema o na mepese meda wase ewo dwumadie ne akwankyerɛ ne akwanya ogyamae nyame hyira pa meda ase mema akwa abanso so ewo ene dwumadie
Major so.
ti otimi emaneko I think say tie for obi afi no aba foforo bia no subscribe we enti no otimi maneko me that.
Okay. Mr. Manu dear no for consultation no na meka kakra fa ho. Unza te say no all can as share no ya fa ankyerɛ yɛn so enti obi ekoye fu na ɔyɛ ne biara saa without consulting anyone. And a very grave idea a higher power so because what I say obisi me koye ni say minya say and I thereby kwa mahu or Ghana for no one attends any partnership asem no when it comes to expectation me or me brother back Ghana menini a lot of near my menini no bibia me kwa kote or bia no na media corner ho ti idea ba kwa o ma me hu ye ne se kebi mo amwa brochire ho no se mo try se mo be ye bibi wa ha Ghana ni na opese wo ne partner no sometimes enya adwen papa e na ode ba so to no pese wo di sika ne ba na ode ye enti se information bi kra na ode ma wa most of them or more exaggerating numbers enti se uno obi even in partnerships no kra na so we very aware of information now or them and also with secondary research now making sure say numbers now or them no and will be the okoye no outside no Italy so babruche for ni bebre no they said the name Mr. Duka no ye pesa research ni ya na ya converted the about dollar no me say and then me 2 months pay kwa na sape me the be and yes yeah aware say ye my need die ho so when it comes to sign money man because me Ghana for be a partner aye idea the omo kan ye no nye eno na ebam so when I say figures na omo de buy no exaggeration afi wo fa akiri na okohwa no hu say figures na omo de buy oni nyina na wrong figures but because of person or can ye o de now this kind of banner or the koye and when it comes to say yeah eco consultation I think say no DSC na start a church no and I bet me aka to ye nuamutiri mu ama hu say wokoye bibia unhia expert bia obekọ no so atimi a kyerɛw na also wokoya also ahwɛ so de aye even Chrome hakra no ba me say Chrome ha me we enema amasua nyina me wo mentors so and method books I read me research or online. Besides that, and so me say a mentor a body din na my friend. So but when it comes to Ghana na ye ni sa ne mani nyina bia na ya fan church nti sɛ wokɔ bi hɔ na aka sɛ ɔnkɔ for consultancy na ɔnkɔ tua sika na ayɛ ne sɛ yɛ foreign language bi na woka nti I think say as time goes on to say deɛ na Mr. Manu ka no kyɛ sɛ adeɛ no nyɛ attractive ɔhu sɛ ne nana yɛ afuo no ankɔ yi ne nana yɛ ankɔ yi ne maame yɛ ne papa yɛ ankɔ yi to ɔno so kɔyɛ a like maame nyɛ ne te sɛ deɛ ɔmo yɛ no na nti wode all this new information a yɛnya na woka kyerɛ na ɛyɛ ne tiri mu na kakra ti deɛ me kakra mɛka ne sɛ yɛkyerɛkyerɛ ya ntoboaseɛ nkakra na said deɛ na Mr. Manu ka no bi kura the next 3 generation ɛna nneɛma yɛ ayɛyɛ ɔmo bɛba abɛfa ayɛ ama na yɛ successful so nti yɛmmoa nti mi sɛ ne deɛ meyɛ ne sɛ obi ba me hɔ a when it comes to consultation na mehwɛ na ɔnya bia na ma yɛ akyɛ no for free so ɛnora na me na obi kasa yɛ start na ɔsike bi wobɛgye sɛn ɛna me se menyi sika menim deɛ na me wɔ no na mepɛ sɛ me impact on people so and maybe me baby ana me nana bi beba oho and also ba ho ama ono so ama information ti as now no memfa I mean menye billionaire there but me okay I'm doing good right and me here scam free or CCNT me ya chew now also what to say America had there can also carry no forward in case say also bi ba oho na so hia mo a na wakai say emre bi me koke bi ho wa anye me hwe enti maame so menya mama nua free na ono so no betimi aya ma obi ti as time goes on no ye ka to nkrofo tiri mu no I think say consultation wise no I think say be pick ba un say e be check akra because ya amfa antete yen na abrochiefo no mom na ya me advice o mo abrochiefo na omo pese omo ye farming e wo Ghana omo ye all these businesses wo Ghana no mo de mo nim say abrochie ha no consultation is a must. Right? Oko lawyer wa CCA or charge $100 an hour just to consult, right? It is also oko ye full or Ghana na oko ye bibi or Ghana. Why do you want to just go in and do it just like that without consulting somebody? Use scanning kakra because I scan will be used to the knowledge, you know. And one I'll be to me a ye ama a de profit. I then aba. And I'm the last thing I'm making na Mr. Comet so bad so say no can be about said bibi or why I say my ni koho ade ba kwa me pese ye dwen ho pa ne ye pese ye kwa Greek mu because an information na e ba ye no my hu say there's so many aspects of it right and you say first and o dwen so bi ka Greek o dwen say o kodo na o de aduane ahye fom and there's so many aspects of it bia Ghana for ya yen fire dwen en kokra ne ye add value to a product or that yenya de was ade no on say me buy any dey say obi anim say me crypto but me first love no me cashew farmer per se me was a lot of knowledge about cashew me all close to 100 acres of cashew farm or Ghana I may try say me add value to the cashew no because there's so much you can do with cashew and other products so Ghana ye ma ye ni nko ho so because the bia obi aye no so buy and sell no kwa na way dream ti me employer say ye fire dream ko sa adding value to a product na and I said na atimi man shelf life no ache na when it comes to sa exporting also no even 2 years ago me call Ghana me call one office bi or Ghana o mate o mo friend no I think it's a West African initiative and African BBBA or the headquarters in Ghana. Me fi ne acronym no minya metro platform no so. Me call hono. O my very nice pa na o mo try say Africa countries ni yebetimi adi edwa bom. Na de ba kwa me call ya mani je ho pa na say me call office hono. All these African countries are part of the program no. Omo representative e Ghana a o sa office ho so ti de o be ya ne se o be ko office ho na ti bia me pese me export bibi ko another African country no ene what na se na wa kire ni kuro mu ho no ade kra obetimi de free Ghana akọ ana se how a wo be hwe so na wo de akọ sa ne ma ni nyina wo ho because ye aduane na ana se ye product bi na ebebu bebra of course ye nya exercise ye export eno ye max right And even inside Africa, na kasa no kra na ebetimi I export in Yamako ntie and so aware of that. But me main people they say you're trying to add the value to your products na you want in na o ma meton raw materials and fan call the biasa intimidasi.
Boss. And so it does. I mean, sure on contribution.
Yeah, Mr. Charles.
Yeah.
Mame. Oh, yeah, Mame, get one quickly.
Mate, ebusian for me pacho. Who are subscribe your media, they run on a mable, Mr. Subscribe my ne like you metia say maka can but to make midika. Me and America man can one America. Na more prepare because video be able no. Nipa na or this any video na some about me say BJ. Doctor Bo obi antwene ho e. Bisa be no pacho manenko.
Consulting, no. The kakra meka fa ho an say also a farmer or na unim say obi ye bibi na uhia and I say ope nimdie free say nipa no ho because one thing that me who say farmers enkofo no bebre ho a okọ mu ho a omu betre wade no but omu ma omu ho onam ho a man ho available say obi amra ne ho go na admit no
Yeah.
that na ekrom na tin say obi nipa no bebre nimade na omu nya omu betimi akyere o nti o say wo no a wohia ade no na obekwa akwa buta obi bebre for free.
Okay.
So but one kwa already better who say here someone. In the year farmers no, I will say a man who a kubi so opening be when you send a tear a Bruno who to meet the brain in the bar. And once over corner, our could be sending the no opening. Then you send us be out there a Bruben who used to Sam Ben Udiano assassinate preparing saying, oh shit, say any marketing kitty you up. Opinion book, they will give it to you. And one thing I noticed that Ghana baby a copy open at the BR. If they are nipa or
Yeah.
but one you won't get it. Until the end, so we have to take it upon ourselves. Now, young guys, me go me one corner. Win a mission and win was a me there be reach out, go out there in the community, ask, seek help. People will help you with free consultation. You don't have to pay. Yeah, consultation can be free. And it's free. But when we start, yeah, farmer. So, I don't know one aspect. I was say, oh, yeah, farmer. Don't be afraid to ask. Thank you.
You open it, me da say. Ebusian for Mr. Mon de need mu enye se me home ebi mo abechire ya munya botrema me because of limitation unfortunately me angasa me wo me ana me wo sa limitation ti ya munya botrema me crab house me pa chow se wo kan ho a mame eyi twere bibi wo ba bi na me hu se wo kan ho te me kasa because ya na me pese me limit se obi emfa nsimhunu bi mfm kafra me pa chow I think say we will be a wabahada me name de so your first time because udini ye me ibi timisro so kan ye ho na take us na America na mame eyi trebibi na me hu yeah senior quite no or no okay yeah okay mate me da say yeah okay good and ye kafra akwaba eja do me bacho obema yakọ na ya ma afoforo na kwa ba na so wo bibi kafa consultation on
I'm say consultation in the mpanimfoɔ no aka ne nyinaa I'm say it's a whole platform no so na what the platform na share I think say yɛn nyinaa yɛ kasa no you will pick something from somebody that you think say the person has that you need and it's up to you to reach out to the person say okay me pɛ sɛ me yɛ adeɛ wei me te sɛ wo ka ho asɛm wɔ ha and I might say behind the scenes, people do it. There are people that will call you and say okay, we na me person me ususu say hwan na obetimi aboa me, and then we tell them who to go to. Oni number na you give it to them. Say o friend na me minima. I tell you what I know, and ayana yamanfo bi wo ho mo pe positive news nko a pe negative information intino wo mano information no the accurate information no wo mano both sides na no ne de ne senka onya positive no nko a anka no pe me nye only positive message carrier. I carry both sides. I'm a realist. Me can be minim said ye sitie. If you say enye de bia na yedua bura eburo no bo ma yitwa enkrantie bawi bi enoma eburo no bo anoma bedi bi. Wutwa na wan hyehye ne yie nso a emoa bawi ebi be hunu. So we say wo hu sa nneema ni nyina na ultimate de balance wo hu na wo hu say enye de bia na ye green. And no, the real consultant will tell you, the real farmer said they now for man who can will give you the real information. Ebanesa a builder with shocks. What builder who was shock absorber and say, "Who come?" We say, "Oh, Mr. Manu, the corner hono." I said the no okay. Well, lusu mponchi bebre. Ne mponchi well lusu ni ye obi maybe an 3-year investment no. But well lusu within a space of maybe within 1 or 2 months. And you can no chere we no chere say wo mwa no because we de ba ko na ekwonti no ono we lose 200 a ba ko no so be lose no an experience build up for you to know say or hate is how we know I'm breaking no but a man another strength to move on. So consultation is very important in every aspect of life. No granting a work where you my orientation no the only adwuma no na obeka adwuma no asema. It's a form of consultancy, it's a form of empowerment. Inti ehun here say we here things that when you approach the appropriate people, they will give you the necessary information that we hear. They are na yet consultation na ye hwe ye bottom. Yet consultation e adwene say ebia me ko yi 5 CDs and I say 10 CDs and I me faka na makɔ nipa na fuo mu no ye ka bebre adagye say ye won't mean say mra you will not get the right information. Sometimes intimi metena ha meka sika dodo a ya say ansa na ye nya de ye nya ansa na ye hu de ye hu. But and yet we free Mr. Manu so be the last person our platform is so no obi ani hɔ a obeka sure say on lusu bibi and I say on consult ye e cost to ni bibi ansa na all year the all year no research kra no cost to time e cost to data. It's a form of consultation and we need all those things. So it comes in different forms. And let's all make it a point to say at any point, we consult and we consult the right people for the right information. Men ko social media hype na enko consulted the wrong person, because when you go with your truth, you will get a result for the truth you went with. When you go with a lie, you will get the advice based on your own lie, and that will not help you. Nti ye kwone ya kwaji adwenkyere na moma yenka nokore enso nkyere de ye approach no wonnim aka se minnim oye wo 1 acre aka se ye 1 acre na ma 1 acre ho advice na fa koye de oye no na ebebo ye nyina me da se.
Okay, Ejedu. Nyame sure that's it. The game. Me pacha wo sheche na ototo bo ba park so. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Me fare sa. Crafty senior kafra na sanet ya me kase me limit you know sa incident in Tiranti. Until somebody me familiar with you know me.
Okay, bonini.
Okay. What the major moako. They also so far no the what na person also they be contribute ma obi associate be.
Okay, but I say any bushafo amunyina mo hye mu ha. Near Emma me ba asoro nyina about the consultation no.
sometimes ye mistake and normal be because you were brochure and I say you will ye seek be a person ye farming into yeah sorry yeah research in you but obi wo or what technical knowledge na obeboa yen kakra na ebe yi ama no ana say even though ye abrewa na wo fi no kra na wa ye adwuma ni bi pen no ye suro say ye ne ne be din komo because say Ghana kakra na minim ni say ye nnoma sie until say damage ne beba no ansa na yakọ akoye consultation ni yakobisam ye beka Ghana ye beka say ye kwa bisa but before anka ye bekwa bisa no esenka ye be start adwuma na ye kwa bisa ansa na anka ya start adwuma no but ye take a losses ni wie ansa na yakoye bisa no say okay ebia medo abro eye den na ebia memfa ne se mantimi anya abro bag ba minya abro rubber baako so what I say me de kakra me hu ne say see ye jada culture of say ye di bibi esie te se ne ye tu kwan a ye di normal sie na eya emwayen because obi a wako into that field before no me koto asase bi wo se bi o Ghana but my research it wasn't enough because obi that particular area na me koto asase no na untimi nyan aponche wo because amamre cheze kruno echiri aponche it is enye through that research na any consultation na and can make a big project me we no na me search here then it based on this research na obi a menene kasa aye na oye a normal and me ni Ghana metimi aye no eboa me in a way sika kakra no a saving me normal bebre nti ama idea no aso eche say okay either so the baby a farming this type of farming no I don't know onye another one but my main say market no ho and sana mama will go ahead okay metimi aka say of a key or the men can kwame but of a key eboa me in that research as I say instead of say nke ya aboa aponche is a kube. Wow. So what I say, and through sometimes consultation can be free, and some also you might pay. It's not late to say, yeah, you work quantum, and I say, yeah, you work Ghana, yeah, project, yeah, pan say, okay, you too kind, ye me some wasem, ubisa, ubi bet me then, actual, but yeah, not ya limited. Normal na ye pese because you sure say nipa no be wia your idea no say okay me pese me do cashew enti no me nko bisa cashew asem but meanwhile no onim say cashew no obedo but okwa ko bisa question na no ko bisa with kube enti ye man information na ye man based on kube but meanwhile no so oka cho say me ko do cashew a o bedwin say okay opeso ye madwuma ni bi anaso ye yi. It is sometimes no credit obi kasa ya answer na make kasa but I don't know the name or can the same thing. Yeah, you need no cre. Send you benya the right information. Nti to me a 100% you need to consult somebody before we get into that business na ebia opes or koho no. Omo ena enim know how na a womb no. Ombetimi ayeden aka cho say beneficial and I say beneficial. That was the only reason until me ba hanon me da say.
Boss, when your only reason we sharing such a knowledge, any experience, it will be answer. Because Anna, Mr. Man who can't say me or no near penny or can there be, I will say, Obi about can be here. Ube can my febi. Na meti o kasana me twere. Eya na bi eya na ebu ha me twere bo so na me take ne me bi. O se ebisa, o kan bisa. Na se ye koye nchi a kane no ye nanam no ansa no mbekwa akon no. Ansa no mbekwa akon no mo ko bisa.
Sa
E wo nanan mo ho.
sa
O fiti preko pentam ni oman no kase mo menko. Sa no ni afa no se eye abosomsem se dia na eduru me bia na ye ka no. Ni afa no se emfaso ni so eni no ye ni ebuisa no. Oh, eni je se ye nye se sa no so no yetimi yusu di ye enema bebrebe.
Na Charles Asama okay. So me call Bible musu Old Testament. So musu ansa no mbekọ akon no. Musu odo free nya me ho ansa.
Yeah.
Edromo a high priest no ko no ma ko bon pies no mo twa. O mo twa nyan ya hye nyan no wo altar so. Ansa no nyame aka say omunko nti no sa practice no. And yes you practicing. The other na ye de mo say ya abosom. Na mo de ndi nyame. I know you're a but I'm just saying, sir.
Yeah.
No practice now almost the same thing I am anonymous no more yet. You know, sometimes you know you hear who free say you different now. Evidence no or say you different. You know, you come and you shit and you need boost free now. And Sani I had it. You know, we go ahead to us.
Okay. Enti medi ebisa no so to ho no. On say eduru bi a ye bekọ ebusa no so no but ewie so a ade ba ko bi edi akire e obusa na chi no. Ye taking action based on the wanya information about the wanya. Na openi ka bi che kane no na in Bible mu che say Old Testament no obokọ ebusa. Tama David ekọ ekon no a obesi obae na ya befa ne yire ne man ne krom ne japade nyina akọ no. Okọ Samuel ka chen so onye dey. Onko. Also onko. Na obey dey that shall take quote na yemi de bia. Osi pursue and that shall overtake and you shall recover all everything. Oh, but the time I catch David didn't want to answer you. We are na pa okoye. But you know, sometimes you konye information na ye ba na me kan bi oni atam book na de akoto ni atum na okay, Mr. Samuel Hodo but and I know oni ebekasa no oka o ma ayi bisa o say obi frɛ no emsa brochire fo ye bia na say bibisa menim nipa property ye o so friend say onko hwe na sase bi ma no na o ma no se onko hwe na onka bibi on consultation nti o so okoye no ko hwe asase no okon asase na emmo nipa no na otwa ka yen say asase we die emmo so de be die kube o si nipa no bisa say ade ntira anye ni tirimu de nti sika no ko kra no o si be kwa akra mefro eno ano no o si se ne no be frɛ no na odi sika be ma na o eti ya na sometimes ni is consultation nye die pe na ye benya o edu be ya na ye nti ne be gas ayeka you about 10 minutes to go dinner ye be ye no for nyame adoma monhwe na video should ba stay tuned every time be until I'm say momia notification bell so no because e ba na obi enya fe na send me link bia say bia enya say send me link na ye boni o na ebom se wo ho na wo ye free na obo se e ba kodon na e kirew na tama opeso kohwe no wa hwe na wa share won so opinion and unti so your WhatsApp community was say me encourage so obi am join na yensua ade mfiri ho na ya na ye be join so WhatsApp community so me srem ada moma yemfa the type of group na ye no na yemfa nsua de na ya na duru be bia na ye ko chire de to ti we de enye se me pese me tie obi na so momfa ncheme na wana aka me say craft is akasa wie Kebi na wo bibi kan na Boss Kebi
Oh pacho debi na me tie keke ma ka me de na wi.
Okay yo mate yo di Mr. Ferris em say wo ho na say wo be use de wo de no be run app a na fe ye de bump so na ye de asi I think say and a transit to 45 minutes na
Yeah, that will be BRC. I think so. We've had a fruitful discussion.
Yeah.
Into no, the humanity I will say, we are human son of why in ye, send a bear, Uncle kind so now, Uncle said, farming is not profitable. We and ye are who soon for so. Into no, I think some years share or had no, say, you might have will be to me that's it. No matter be as so as I say, I'm doing contributions by. But that's it.
Mr. Paris, me jina for SOS. And you say for SOS nyinaa nim ɛda wase because menim sɛ ɛnɛ na wowɔ nneɛma bi yɛ but wotena ase sɛ wobɛyɛ dɛ by heart no wobɛtwe mmerɛ no yɛ ɛyi no program na bani mu na watumi ayɛ na wie a akɔyɛ nti nyame nhyira paa nyame nhyira wo na abusuafoɔ momo yɛnkɔ Amazon na obiara nkɔpɛ ne kɔpɛ ebiara na yɛka no consultation no one consult no ɔno personally na book no so ɛwɔ hɔ in India wɔde baeɛ no wotumi ho da biara no mo awo ne contribution wɔyɛ dɛ wɔde ba ɔne Mr. Pamford ɔmode ba da biara nti mo ma yɛnkɔhwɛ book no kyerɛ kwan na yɛmfa nto yɛ personal library mu na mpanimfoɔ bu baabi sɛ obusafoɔ nyɛ dɛ ɔnyera kwan nti yɛbɛtoa so Mr. Pamford mehyerɛ wo nso so wowɔ wo deɛ a ɔne yɛbɛyɛ na yɛde company fo mu yɛwia na ɔpani dware wia na yɛsɛ ɛno ano no
Okay, that's it.
no
kwasem wo ne sɛ mpanimfoɔ aka ne nyinaa but ma menka kakraa bi. Who is a consultant? Afamano can send be so called obi adware wɔte bank na ɔbɔtae so ɔbɛkyerɛkyerɛ afa sikasɛm ho, which is not true. Ɔno ankasa koraa kɔ bi adwuma no bɛgu. Obi a try so many times na wafedi na afei wonya no yie for adeɛ na yɛ a ɔyɛ no. That person ɛna me regarding no as consultant. Yɛmu bebree yɛ a na yɛwɔ ha yɛba bɛyɛ program ne adeɛ no. Nkyerɛ sɛ yɛnya problems o. Yɛnya problems. But no ɛna ma yɛnim deɛ no ɛmu dɔ. Because once a yɛnya problems no, more no nso na ne yɛyɛ de yɛsua adeɛ. Besides, ɔka asɛm bi sɛ obi asase bi ɔsɛ odua so kube enyi hwɛ. Me nua mɛka no kwasɛm akyerɛ wo. Asase bi ani hɔ a ɔyɛ so biribi enyi. Bakyerɛ sɛ nsuo mu yɛsi dan. Meboa. Good. The cost involved say obesi dan wɔ nsuo mu no it's not as equal as say wanya asase a ɛda so a biribi ani so. Nyɛ saa na ɛteɛ. Nti bi asase bi ani hɔ yɛni asase bi ɛsɛ ade wei asase wei udua wei wɔ so a ɛnyɛ yie. Oba southern part ha yɛsɛ ha so ya bi udua na ha ɛnyɛ yie. Yɛdua bi ate baako koraa nsɛe. Sɛ yɛsɛ kuro bi wɔ kuro bi to aso wonim biribi a nkyerɛ sɛ obi nyɛ dɛ ɛnnim. Ɛno na mede nkan ka kyerɛ wo sɛ kuro no yɛsɛ tomatoes yɛyɛ ɛnyɛ yi ampa yɛde ani hu but yɛakɔyɛ ate. Nti consultation yɛ very very important sɛ wobɛ consult before sɛ wobɛtumi na one mistake a yɛa na ɛtɔ da ɛma ɛyɛ sɛ wopɛ the experts other than the farmers na ne sɛ farmer na ɔyɛ adwuma no sɛ onni like technical know-how about the oil no but ɔyɛ no practically na memfa nsɛ bi adeɛ no fa ɔfɛdu ɛwɔ case study bi ne nua bi adua mako no oduaeɛ no mako no gyina hɔ buru mako no anso why mako no anso no ɛnɛ ɔde asua biribi but adeɛ nti na maa ne ba asase ɔno ankasa wie na wɔahwehwɛ mu ade kuro nti maa ne ba asase next time sɛ afidi kuro no abɛsia yi no nti me since 2013 na meyɛ adwuma metena ase a problem bi a ɛbaa biara metwerɛ mehwɛ ɛdeɛn na ɛma problem no baa kwan bɛɛ na mfa so a me solve yɛ na ma yɛ saa de that is why I akɔ Facebook a menwuma bebree ama yɛ no ɛyɛ de ɛwɔ hɔ no so ɛho hia but know the person you are consulting and know what you are up to If there is any cost attached to it, wo saa kane na ebe save you from ochena e kan ka obeye dey obebo. Besides, yɛmfa nhyɛ yɛ tirim sɛ farming work sɛdeɛ wode aburu si hɔ a nyɛ da koro na ɛde ba no, saa na farming work nso yɛ de ɛteɛ. So it is good you are going in, you have to get high expertise, but process bi wɔ hɔ a sɛ woamfa mu a your expectation nyinaa no, it will be null and void. Medama no asi.
Yo, senior, yes, so that's it. Yeah, me sure, and then also so dear. Ejadu, yeah, kono yimu. Mpenimfo me say e bi di de bi achinti ye wi ana say ye de dro openi no dware wi ana say asa na me pa so me ba me openi dware wi me nkasa bi ntin ma me nka bi de kakra bi sro na me fa ma me sra mu ada nya me ya adom a Friday mo ye besa ehia ntino mo nka mo menye nka ye na topic no ye de beba out matrix enro Tuesday de na about na ya sharings no ama ana flyer no ama nkofo ma nkofo so etima de ehu na videos no so no ya ye bebrebe a ye mebo modern say ye be pushing out to say the be ya nkofo so benyamu aba no na o ma fa say o tie na say won so wo story bi a obesa woni ye share. Sometimes no enye successful story nkwa na here here even that challenges na eje Mr. Menu Kanibi no no so nyina no ehia every say eboa ema o no ba bi obi ate ahwe na uduru wona wo hwe yie yeah wo nante ya wo nturo mika na emom wo nante wo hwe yie mu nti kakra metima aka no mom yen subscribe sempre always na yen share links no na videos no na yen like so comment so here me da se ya me share obi bia se wa se ne mbre eje dum ba cho ye de ma
na said they working there yapon and
no
now you closing remark in every day na make
Baby, say me we are me de be ma opening opening ka say bi na na fi su asa
over manu pajo will be kama yanko the yaka yesi asopa ncha asempti we nye closing remarks bi a hu hia me maybe the American na makan over pajo over to you.
I that's your for one but munya point back share my contributions net more tag you on other social media platforms no Facebook and you can account the money na say community ma program say it's so na obia so mu dey betimi dey put the agenda na or the creative platform na ko nim into the contribution behind so how small it is beyond only life a better actually. And I think that yesterday there your brother Penny ho Mr. Felix what name am be brave no say head there obenya nuggets bi now they are there also they what trouble into the book no mama you ready book no obi anko pebi you know then I can no wetin dey aka wa japa dey ho na wa wele aba umma o so be be ma na na aka ebusu no mo say e before you feel there is you tin ye dey le patronize ni ayesu ye dey ye that will be asked hopefully next week the best shape you post that's it
Me bajo for book neto platform no so why for Amazon link neto platform no so na yeah best amount for bajo books no woto wa Amazon na
Mr. Ferris
no woto ya na why we rate book no and so we because woto na we rate a ema e push book na suggest to many people and also we here yento na link no bajo Mr. Charles
Mr. Ferris minyanya link no or the bebrem na me dey to Facebook ni YouTube nyina but say obetima share say so Mr. Ferris send the mama na me we are mention to all the social media handle so myself.
Okay. Also Amazon already.
Yeah, I will Amazon already. But I'll share link in Abba. Me there to baby. Me the better Facebook ni YouTube ni LinkedIn ni baby. Na obia to me ahwebi. You know, nya the problem. Okay. But just say.
Edina also no.
Me patcho me ba or the abam sisi me just one in to is see link na say no. Comment no ntino obia umia so a ubetimi direct you to ho na nyame ya doma obia me sure ye ba na ye kotu pages no say the ana misa menu ye no nyame ya doma be ba na me kura me de ejadu ye ba cho ye twe o
Ejadu so abi ho.
Yes, Yahweh.
oye me di si ya why empany bo Mr. Okokoshe, Mr. Samuel Hodo, YouTube, because me pese OT say in here capital, in here resilience, in here determination, focus. Kokoshe, street young, baby, I will be a metiao. But omichel bibia, me mubodi, me da munya mase.
Yo.